Their distinctive rockabilly style has become an internet sensation, with their version of Rihanna's Umbrella getting 12.5 million hits. That's just incredible, and it's still going on. I'd like to welcome to the show Digger and Basti from the Baseballs. Welcome to New Zealand and congratulations.
Good morning.
So you've got this whole rockabilly 50s look. How did you guys get the band together?
Well, actually, we met each other 4 years ago in a, we call it rehearsal building in Berlin, because we all were addicted to the 50s since we are 6 years old or even, yeah, I mean, you were just
I was 8
years.
Yeah.
You were a bit older.
We're really old.
Yeah, really old for rock and roll listener in the end. And so we realized, you know, we all, as you mentioned before, we have this hairdos, we have leather jackets. Normally in this big building there are many heavy metal musicians, so we looked completely different to the other guys hanging around. That was the reason why we talked to each other and jammed a little bit together. And yeah, just found out that we should do a project like singing together, because the funny thing is we are 3 singers in the band, and that means we combine the 50s rock and roll with the 60s rock and roll. You know, in the 50s it started with the rockabilly, with this rebellish soundtrack for the young people. And then in the 60s, it was the time where the vocal groups came up and you know, like the Temptations, the Drifters, and made this first vocal a cappella group, some kind of. And we tried to combine this a little bit.
Now, Basti, we're taking a look at the moment in the background. This is your internet hit, Rihanna's song, Umbrella. How on earth did it get to be a sensation? Do you have any idea why?
Actually, of course, it's really hard to say why the people like it so much. We're thinking about, okay, maybe the one thing is that people can see it in the internet and feel like they're exploring something. They see something at first and can tell people, look at this. I really like this one. And of course, I think people say rock and roll will never die, and so it's still alive, and it is like that. And maybe the people wants to hear this kind of music again, and it's kind of happy music, it's kind of good mood music, and maybe that's what people like in these days.
So before the internet hit, you had other jobs in media and working in offices. Now it's completely changed your life. What does that kind of popularity mean to a group like you? What opportunities has it given you?
Well, I mean, actually, the cool thing is that we, for example, this video of Umbrella, we did this video on our own. So it was you know, we had the cameras and all that stuff, and we were cutting this by our own. As you mentioned before, I studied media design, so I had the chance or the possibilities to make this. And so we just found out that it's always cool to present yourself not only on the stage but also in the internet, and that's what we still do. It's not that we just go like, okay, now that we have so many hits, we can just ask a production company or whatever.
You're still doing it?
Yeah, we're still doing, for example, the video of Chasing Cars. We just shot it 3 months ago in Berlin. You know, way back in Germany.
Yes.
and we always try to, for example, when we play concerts in Europe, it's really, I mean, we are really happy that there are so many people listen to our music and that we can play in venues in front of 2,000 people. But we are always happy if we can return to the small rock and roll clubs to have this really close atmosphere to the people. And that's what we ever, I mean, always will ever do. I mean, because this is a real rock and roll feeling, not always this big stuff.
Well, you've got an album out as well, The Baseballs Strike. Love the name. There it is up there. But before we go, can you just sing us out? Because you said you can do a little bit of an a cappella for me.
Sure. Here we go. Ooh, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. When the sun shines, we'll shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. That I'll always be a friend. And you can know that I'm sticking out till the end. Now that's raining more than ever. Know that we still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand. 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 You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand. You can stand. You can stand. Umbrella.
Digger and Basti, thank you so much. Have a great time in New Zealand and best of luck with the rest of your career.
Thank you very much. Thank you.